Peugeot 5008, which is no longer a people mover, as you may have noticed. That may seem odd, considering it's a car whose reason for being is that it has 7 seats, where its sister car, the 3008, does not. Now the 5008 is an SUV, albeit an SUV that won't ever be available with 4-wheel drive. But be that as it may, whichever 3 letters are used to describe the new 5008's particular niche, or Peugeot's reason for repositioning it, what matters is whether this is a good 7-seater. And, after first inspection, we'd say that it is, although perhaps not a very good one, if you believe. The car goes on sale in the UK in June, in a range that mirrors that of the shorter 3008. It will be offered with a choice of petrol turbos engines making between 128 bhp and 163 bhp, and 99, 118, 148 and 178 bhp diesels, most of which can be made into a choice of 6-speed manual or 6-speed torque converter automatic gearboxes. Rated CO2 emissions do a lot to recommend the car and will mitigate the effect of what are likely to be fairly expensive prices when they're announced later this year for company car drivers. Generous equipment levels will have the same effect, of course. And for anyone disappointed by Peugeot's decision to leave out a conventional 4-wheel drive system here, it makes amends with an option called Advanced Grip Control, which bundles multimodal traction control and a hill descent control system with Continental Conti cross-contact hybrid on and off-road tires. There are clearly bigger and more expensive large family cars you might buy, so the 5008 has to strike a perfect compromise between fairly compact and manageable exterior dimensions and well-packaged occupant space. It does that well enough, with notable strong suits and a few hiccups. The car has 3 individual second-row chairs, each offering plenty of legroom on account of the 165mm that has been added to the platform's wheelbase as part of the 5008's making. Each chair folds, slides and reclines into various positions, and each has its own nice fixed child seat anchorages, thumbs up for that. But to sit in, their cushions feel a bit hard, flat, short and slim, and second-row headroom is quite poor if you option your car with Peugeot's panoramic glass sunroof. Avoided and headroom in both the first and second rows is much improved. Aloft, it's well worth noting that with top-line GT trim cars, you're stuck with glass roof. The Nissan's carefully metered handling and steering would also beat the 5008. The Peugeot's handling is precise enough and well controlled through bends, if a little remote and bothersome thanks to a contrived, over-direct and elastic feeling steering system, and the wheel becomes overly light and particularly troubling at town speeds. The upper mid-range diesel engine makes for a perfectly decent and mostly competitive overall driving experience from the 5008, although not one that recommends it nearly so well as its smart styling or classy interior. There are a few too many caveats necessary: no 4-wheel drive, flaws in the car's practicality showing, like the ambitious pricing and slightly muddled and misconceived handling to be able to recommend this car unconditionally. Still, we can't deny that the 5008 is one of the more desirable 7-seaters to have come to market lately and, together with the VW Touran, Renault Grand Scenic, Skoda Kodiaq and BMW 2 Series Grand Tourer, it promises to make family life on the road much more pleasant in 2017 than it was just a couple of years ago.